Legal Advisory Committee for the Citizens Redistricting Commission. Why don't we begin by calling the roll?
Commissioner Blanco.
Here.
Commissioner Filkins-Weber. Commissioner Forbes.
Here.
Commissioner Anchetta.
Here.
Commissioner Ward.
Here.
We'd also note that Commissioner Cynthia Dye has joined us as well for this meeting. Commissioner Ward has volunteered to step in today because Commissioner Filkins-Weber, who normally sits on the committee, is unable to join us this morning. And Commissioner Ward is a member of the Republican Party, and we're trying to maintain the party balance for today's meeting. We have one item on the agenda this morning, which is to review applications for the Voting Rights Act attorney position. This is a position that will be subject either to a contract with that particular firm or attorney, or possibility of an employment relationship, but we have not limited necessarily the scope of how we were looking at the applications or how we're looking at the relationship with the Commission. So any number of outcomes are possible here. This is an advisory committee, so we are today tasked with reviewing the applications that have been submitted. We will be making recommendations for interviewing, which will be the next step in the process, so that on Thursday the 17th, this committee will meet again. Presumably we'll have narrowed the pool to a smaller number of applicants. We will have interviews on Thursday the 17th. Again, ideally, we will have narrowed that even further, and we'll present a smaller number of candidates to the full commission, which will conduct an interview on Friday. Okay. And ideally, again, we will have a final decision as of that date. Okay. I think at the outset, wanted to have a little bit of discussion about the process for reviewing the applications. There have been, as far as I know, 9 applications that were submitted to the Commission. Copies, I believe, are available both online, and a limited number are available here in the room. Those of you who are interested can certainly consult those copies. We had some ideas, but let's talk about it a little bit up front, how we're going to go through the applications. We certainly want to spend a little bit of time on each application, but because we are required to narrow the number, and of course there are a number of us here, may have differences of opinion on how we might rank. I think it would be helpful initially to go have some discussion about the process. Actually, let me take something out of order, just in case. Is there any member of the public who would like to comment on any matters pertinent to the legal committee, but not specifically dealing with an application before the committee? Because we'll provide that opportunity for specific applicants in due course. But if there's anyone else that wants to address the committee on a matter relevant to the committee, but not on the application, you can come forward. Do we have any? So one individual? Why don't you come up? And the time limit is basically 5 minutes.
Good morning.
Oops.
Good morning. Okay. My name is Dr. Dan Braunstein, and I live at 1401 L. Capitan Street in Davis, California. I'm a friend of a friend and a sort of a far neighbor of Mr. Tony Bernhardt. Tony sent the commission an email yesterday, but can't be here today to read his testimony.